The Cobra Effect is a striking illustration of how well-intentioned solutions can sometimes backfire, creating problems far greater than the original issue. The term comes from colonial India. The British government, concerned about dangerous cobra snakes in the city of Delhi, devised an incentive, a bounty for every dead cobra. At first, the policy seemed successful. People brought in large numbers of dead cobras to collect their reward. But soon, a clever yet unintended consequence emerged. Instead of just hunting wild cobras, enterprising locals began breeding cobras to kill and turn in for the bounty. The policy had inadvertently fueled a booming cobra breeding industry. When the government realized what was happening, it ended the bounty program. Suddenly, all the now worthless captive cobras were set free, and the city's cobra population exploded to levels even higher than before the policy began. This is the essence of the Cobra Effect. When an attempted solution to a problem actually makes the problem worse. The Cobra Effect is not just a quirky historical anecdote. It's a cautionary tale that echoes throughout history and across the globe, wherever policies are crafted without fully considering the complexity of human behavior. Take, for example, the tale of the Hanoi rat bounty. In early 20th century French-occupied Vietnam, colonial officials faced a surge in rat infestations in Hanoi. Inspired by the Cobra bounty, they offered payments for every rat tail turned in. Once again, the program seemed to work at first, with thousands of rat tails delivered. But officials soon noticed something odd. Rats without tails roaming the streets. Locals had begun catching rats, cutting off their tails for the bounty, and releasing them back into the sewers to breed and produce more rats, ensuring a continuous supply of tails, and thus, income. Instead of eradicating the rats, the policy had incentivized their proliferation. These stories illustrate a universal truth. When incentives are misaligned, people will exploit the system in ways that policymakers may not anticipate, often undermining or even reversing the intended outcome. But the Cobra Effect extends far beyond pest control. Consider the world of environmental regulation. In the 1980s, the United States introduced a program to reduce pollution from factories. Companies were fined based on the amount of waste they disposed of. It seemed logical until some factories began secretly dumping waste before the monitoring period began, or found creative ways to hide or dilute their pollutants. In some cases, the total pollution actually increased. Or think about traffic congestion. Some cities have tried to ease traffic by building new roads. But rather than relieving congestion, these new roads often lead to more drivers hitting the road, an effect known as induced demand. The result? Traffic jams persist, and the original problem remains unsolved. Even efforts to protect endangered species can fall victim to the Cobra Effect. In some regions, listing an animal as endangered has led landowners to preemptively destroy habitat, fearing that the presence of a protected species would restrict their land use. The tragic irony is that measures meant to save a species can sometimes accelerate its demise. What these real-world failures reveal is the complexity of human systems. People respond to incentives, but not always in predictable ways. When crafting policy, it's crucial to consider not just the desired outcome, but the ways that people might game the system and the unintended ripple effects that may follow. The Cobra Effect is a powerful reminder that good intentions are not enough. To truly solve complex problems, policymakers must anticipate human ingenuity and design solutions that are adaptable, holistic, and resilient to manipulation. Only by learning from the past can we avoid repeating its mistakes and create policies that achieve their goals without unleashing a new set of unintended consequences. So next time you face a tough decision, remember, quick fixes can cause deep problems. Before trying to put out the fire, ask yourself, am I actually pouring fuel on it? If this video gave you something to think about, like, share and subscribe to the channel. We break down real economics that affects your daily life so you can avoid costly mistakes and make smarter choices.